Hi everyone, welcome back to On The Range. We're back here at 6mm Airsoft again today, and I bought a bunch of more gas blowback rifles, predominantly MWS rifles, but the first one today we're going to start off with the Noveske Ghetto Blaster from Double Eagle, and we're just going to crack straight into it. I'm going to load up with a mag with some 0.3 gram BBs. This gun probably could do with a good service. I've used it a hell of a lot. And I'm going to try and get some better, clearer footage of the chrono today. See if it's a little bit better, but these guns are set up for 2.5, so we have to do a little bit of jiggery pokery to get them right, but so a little bit of a stoppage there. This gun it's a little bit sticky at the moment, and I think it really could do with a service. We'll carry on here. So I was getting about 1.1 joules on a 2.5, and today we're not getting anything, but about 1.3 joules we're running at. So we're going to see what's going on here. This could be a bust, but we're going to crack straight into it and see what we can do. Again, we're set for 2.5s, and I know it's kind of a silly disclaimer, but I have shot thousands of rounds through this thing and I've never took it apart and cleaned it. So we might get a bit of jankiness. .45 is no task at all. It's a little bit darker today, so it's going to be a bit more of a struggle to see the BBs, but can we hit the 65 with a 3? Probably not, but we're going to give it a go. Again, I've just pulled all these guns out of the room that they're stored in. No special treatment, no setting them up beforehand, just bringing them along and see how we do. So this gun is capable of hitting a target at 65 with ease. You know, even though the gun's sort of sticking up a little bit, I think they're mainly getting caught on the gas routers. They are very dry. They've been stored in a really warm place. Not that I'm trying to make excuses, but we could not do that with any of the VFCs. And if you're looking at this video now, by this point, a lot of the VFC videos have been released, and you will have seen just how incredibly poorly they shot. Now, up until this point, I've been very apologetic. I've tried to be as understanding as possible. I've said some things about VFCs that the communities do not like, and I'm fine with that, you know. I think I'm drawing a line in the sand now. I've spent a lot of money. I've bought a lot of VFC replicas. For the most part, they shoot good. The VFC M4, in terms of recoil and how the trigger feels, is amazing. But the barrel performance is just shocking. And shock horror, this barrel performance is on a standard hot rubber, a standard barrel. The only thing that I did was, because when I got it, it come with a really short inner barrel, is I just put a slightly longer barrel in, which I had out of something else, which I think might have been a Marui. So it's a Marui standard barrel. It's a standard hot rubber. I haven't changed any of that. The only things that I have changed in this gun, apart from the externals, heavy recoil buffer, which we do, heavy recoil weight on the bolt, and an N pass. So although it's shooting a little bit warm, which all of the VFCs were, some of them were shooting like 2 joules, you could never dream of hitting that 65 target with a 0.3 because they're just so wildly inaccurate. And again, this is where I draw the line in the sand. I've said what I'm going to say. If certain communities don't like what I say, that's fair enough. You don't have to watch the video, you don't have to like the video, but this is what On the Range is meant to do. It's meant to show you the difference. This is a cheap clone of an MWS, and so far it just, in terms of barrel performance, accuracy, range, etc., it just runs rings around any VFC that I've tried. And I've got some very expensive VFC rifles, but dialogue out the way. We're going to just go straight up. This is a point, in fact, no, we're not going to go to a 0.4 yet. We're going to try a PMAG. So we'll shove a PMAG in. This is still 0.3s. And we'll just see if we can get some more hits on that 65. They're coming out a lot more pokier, so we are struggling in terms of accuracy. There's a little bit too much hop on with this mag, but I'm really struggling to see where these shots are landing. But there's another hit at 65. We can try and hit some closer targets. It's fine, absolutely fine. We're going to go up to a 0.4. This might be a relatively short video, we'll see. .45, let's go for the 55. There's the 55, let's go for the 65. There's a 65 with rapid ease, you know. We're a little bit underhopped. And we're just hitting 65 after 65. Show me a VFC that can do that out the box, you know. The only thing is I've done, like I say, it's an extended barrel. It's still a brass bog standard barrel. It's nothing spectacular. A lot of my guns are running, you know, stainless steel barrels with flamingo rubbers, which they do shoot a lot better, which we're going to get to eventually. But I ain't got nothing more to say about this. Yes, it might not be super realistic. Yes, they are clones of, said, like an MWS platform or similar. And out the box, like I say, it runs absolute rings around any VFC that I've tried. 0.3s and 0.4s, we could probably go higher than that. I haven't had to touch the hop once. We've just seen where it's firing and just adapted our aim. It will run on all types of magazines, as I've demonstrated many times in the past. This one is due for a good deep clean and service because I have shot the living hell out of this thing. And still to this day, I think if you're looking to get into gas blowbacks, you want an M4 platform, you want something short and, like, you know, for CQB and such, this is still one of the best options, I think, on the table. A lot of shops are selling these retail for like 350, 400 quid. And yeah, what more can I say? The evidence speaks for itself. Hopefully we've captured that well on the cameras today. I'm not even going to bother going into a studio sort of setup where I talk again about this. I think the proof is in the pudding. It's done what it's done. That is the Ghetto Blaster from Double Eagle. I love this thing to bits. It's absolutely phenomenal, so much so that I've recently bought a second one, which maybe we do something a little bit more wacky with. We'll have to wait and see. So thanks for joining me on the range again today here at 6mm Airsoft. Be sure to go show them some love. This is the Ghetto Blaster from Double Eagle. A phenomenal platform. Will run rings around any VFC in terms of barrel performance straight out the box. We haven't even put any upgrades in it. What more can I say? It's a done deal. It's an easy one to film. So thanks very much for tuning in. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the links in the description. There'll be a link for 6mm Airsoft, and there'll be a link for the Agri Precision Discord where you can get involved with the community. And from me and the Ghetto Blaster, we'll be seeing you in the next video.